Following years of conflict with Saddam Hussein's regime, the Kurdistan Autonomous Region was established in 1991 after a successful uprising. This autonomous, self-governing region is surrounded by Turkey to the north, Iran to the east, Iraq to the south, and Syria to the west. Shortly after its establishment, three major powers took control of different parts of the region. Patriotic Union of Kurdistan's Peshmergas, Kurdistan Democratic Party's Peshmergas, Kurdistan Workers' Party's guerrillas, also known as PKK. In the mid-1990s, the three parties engaged in a fierce conflict in their quest for dominance over the region, resulting in a devastating civil war that continues to resonate in the memories of the Kurds. The civil war began with sporadic skirmishes, leading to the capture of several Kurdistan Democratic Party headquarters in Kaladze and Rania. Days later, the Patriotic Union of Kurdistan's headquarters fell in Duhok, Acre, Salahaddin, and Koya. Eventually, the Kurdistan Democratic Party's main base in Suleimani was also seized. The ground invasion began in mid-May 1994, when the Patriotic Union of Kurdistan successfully captured Koya district near Erbil. A few weeks later, with support from Iran, the Kurdistan Democratic Party launched attacks and seized areas around Kaladze. Iran supported the Kurdistan Democratic Party in response to the Patriotic Union of Kurdistan's backing of Kurdish movements and parties in Iran that were pushing for independence. Although Iran was attempting to mediate peace between the Patriotic Union of Kurdistan and the Kurdistan Democratic Party, it secretly reached an agreement with the Kurdistan Democratic Party and the Islamic Movement of Kurdistan to launch attacks on areas controlled by the Patriotic Union of Kurdistan from its own territory. In the first week of June 1994, Penguin and Nalparez were successfully captured, while the Islamic movement of Kurdistan seized control of Tawella and Biara, located near the Halabja district. Despite all of this, the Patriotic Union of Kurdistan fought valiantly and continued to resist from all directions throughout 1994. Numerous peace efforts were made during this period, but proved unsuccessful. In the final days of 1994 and the first half of January 1995, the region witnessed large-scale warfare, during which the Patriotic Union of Kurdistan swept away the forces of the Kurdistan Democratic Party, capturing many towns and areas previously under KDP control, including Erbil, the major city and capital of the Kurdistan region. In response, the Kurdistan Democratic Party was only able to regain control of smaller areas such as Penguin and Choman. To safeguard itself and prevent further PUK advances, the Kurdistan Democratic Party negotiated an agreement with Turkey. Under the pretext of attacking PKK positions, thousands of Turkish troops entered PDK-controlled areas in April and May 1995. This intervention attracted considerable international attention, resulting in the withdrawal of most Turkish forces by June 1995. This move by the Kurdistan Democratic Party significantly impacted the PUK's ability to advance into other areas under its control. Despite numerous peace efforts by the United States, the United Kingdom, Ireland, and other foreign powers, small clashes continued sporadically throughout 1995, leading to a new turn of events in 1996. In mid-1996, the Patriotic Union of Kurdistan reached an agreement with Iran. In exchange for Iran's support in its war against the KDP, the PUK agreed to cease involvement in Iran's internal issues and stop supporting Kurdish movements within Iran. Additionally, the PUK permitted Iran to target the headquarters of Kurdish parties in Koya, which Iran viewed as enemies due to their pursuit of Kurdish independence in Iran. Although the PUK warned the Iranian Kurdish parties in Koya about the impending attacks, preventing significant casualties, this action has continued to draw considerable criticism against the PUK to this day. In August 1996, with support from Iran, a strengthened PUK launched significant attacks on the positions of Kurdistan Democratic parties, gaining control over large areas. Simultaneously, the PKK took advantage of the situation and attacked territories under the control of Kurdistan Democratic parties from the north. Feeling overwhelmed from all sides, the KDP was on the verge of defeat and collapse. In a final attempt to save the party, its leader, Masoud Barzani, wrote to Saddam Hussein, seeking assistance and support from his regime. Given that Saddam and his regime were responsible for the deaths and genocide of hundreds of thousands of Kurds in the 1980s, this decision remains heavily criticized within the Kurdish community and is remembered in Kurdish history books as the betrayal of August 31st. Saddam Hussein's sudden deployment of tanks and troops into Erbil, capturing the Kurdistan Region's parliament and government buildings after 5 years of Kurdish self-rule, was a tremendous shock for both the Kurds and the international community. The event threw the PUK Peshmerga forces into disarray, and the rapid pace of the attacks, combined with their uncoordinated retreat, led to significant PUK losses across the region. Within days, with the support of Saddam Hussein's regime, the Kurdistan Democratic Party took control of Suleimani and advanced as far as Penjwen. Within just a month, the PUK reorganized its forces and, with backing from Iran, launched an attack on areas held by the KDP. In a swift and successful campaign, the PUK managed to reclaim most of the previously lost territories. Masoud Barzani and some of his KDP forces were in Suleimani when sudden PUK attacks cut off their route back to Erbil. They managed to escape through Kirkuk, which was under Saddam Hussein's control at the time. Later in 1997, the PUK launched another assault on the Kurdistan Democratic Forces, aiming to defeat the party once and for all. However, they were soon met with Turkish airstrikes. Saddam Hussein also cautioned the PUK that if they persisted in attacking Masoud Barzani's party, he would launch attacks from all directions into PUK territories. After 4 years of relentless conflict, both parties realized that foreign powers would not permit either side to achieve a decisive victory over the other. Consequently, the leaders of the two parties, Masoud Barzani and Jalal Talabani, met in Washington in 1998 and reached a peace agreement, bringing an end to the Kurdish Civil War. They divided the Kurdistan region into two smaller, self-governing divisions, which were termed the Yellow Zone and the Green Zone for the first time in Kurdish history. This division remained in place until the 2003 invasion of Iraq by the United States and its allies.